don't care where the rest of you are from, but you're my kind of people because you're here, and I'm the last man standing.
Yeah.
So thank you for staying. I used to work in an ice cream factory, but I had to give it up. I couldn't work Sundays. I feel as though I should tell you a little bit more about me. I celebrated my 40th birthday back in March 2006. And as you do, you reflect over your life, don't you, in terms of what you've been up to and the sort of events that have happened in your life. And there's been quite a lot actually, and I'll share them with you. I've seen a baby being born. I've witnessed a drug addict shooting up in front of me, and I helped a homeless man find accommodation, which apparently changed his life. But fuck me, that's the last time I take a megabus. They say they're cheap and cheerful, aren't they? And they are cheap. They are cheap. It costs 10 quid to get me from Bristol to London. But they are definitely not cheerful. They're about as cheerful and welcome as a Gary Glitter comeback tour. On that bus, it was a 2-hour bus journey to London, and guess how many people took a shit on that bus? Any guesses? 60. 60 people took a dump on that bus. And I know because I was sat opposite the toilet. But it hasn't put me off travelling. I love travelling. But the only thing is, I do get travel sick, and I'm a nervous traveller, particularly when it comes to flying. Anyone else a nervous flyer? I'm sure that is quite common, isn't it? But words are everything, aren't they? When it comes to flying, I did say I went to Bristol Airport last year, and I said that words are everything when it comes to actually making customers and passengers feel relaxed. And just to give you a scenario, you get to the airport, don't you? Let's say it's Bristol Airport, and you get off the megabus with your dignity half intact and your bag of shit in your hand. And you're on the tarmac with your suitcase, and the first thing you see in front of you is a big building, isn't it? Now, the words up there say terminal. And on the left, don't ask me why, it's always on the left, is the word departures. Now, I work for a cancer charity, that's true. I work for a cancer charity, and the last words you want to see when you're 35,000 feet up in the air are the words terminal and departures. Really is the last words you want to see. But, words are everything, and really it's important that we use the right words, isn't it? And so I did say to Bristol Airport, when I wrote to them, I said that perhaps they could reconsider what they call things, so that people feel a bit more relaxed like myself. So, for instance, you get to the departures lounge, don't you? And I said, well, why not call it the Judith Chalmers lounge? It's a bit more serene, isn't it, and relaxed. Or for the younger members of the audience, perhaps it could be the Ryland aboard lounge. So you go in white and pasty and you come out orange with big teeth. You certainly, I always feel that airports are there to catch you out, particularly the check-in clerks and security. And when I go in, my heart's always thumping. And you get to the check-in desk, don't you? And then there's the check-in clerk, and they say to you, have you packed your own bags? No, my butler did it. Have you got any firearms, any fireworks, any sharp objects, any matches? And when you finally say no to all of those, they push the button, and your suitcase goes off into the distance and drops down, doesn't it? Never to be seen again. That's it. But I was standing there at the at the check-in, and I was thinking, God, this really reminds me of something. What does it remind me of? And I realised it was my Aunt Margaret's funeral last year. And I was in the crematorium, and the coffin's there, and the curtains parked, and I thought, well, at least she's going somewhere hot. I was off to Prague, and that was bloody cool. It's certainly stressful, isn't it, when you're flying? But there's other things in life that have happened. My son's just been doing his GCSEs. Has he got anyone whose kids are doing exams this time? Yeah? I was going to say, it's really nerve-wracking, isn't it? I mean, particularly for the parents. I'm on my 3rd bottle of gin. And my son, it's fair to say that his least favourite subject is history. He did his history paper a couple of weeks ago, and he came home, and he said, I answered a question on history, and I said, yeah, what was the question? He said, I argued that Cleopatra wasn't considered to be beautiful. My son's Mick Jagger, by the way. He said, yeah, I argued that Cleopatra wasn't considered to be beautiful. I said, why did you say that? He said, that's just how Julius sees her. I've just got my coach, right? Yeah. But yeah, as I said, it's just really difficult just sort of trying to get him through his GCSEs. I feel like I'm a jockey trying to sort of encourage him, come on, last foot along. And so finally they've finished their exams this week. But yeah, talking about history, I was at the Bristol Vic a couple of weeks ago. Anyone been to the Bristol Vic? Has anyone noticed the gender-neutral toilets that they've installed? I got down during half-time or interval, if you're posh. I got down to the sort of toilet area and I found myself queuing. And there was a couple of guys in front of me, and it sort of twigged. I really realised it was, gender neutral after about a minute or so. And there was traps 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this guy goes in front of me, and I thought, okay. Anyway, after a while, the door comes open, and he's there, back to me, shaking his Bobby Dazzler. And I'm thinking, oh my God, he doesn't realise the door's open. And he's shaking it, and I thought, he's got a bigger audience than the main Bristol and Vic at this stage. Someone's got to say something to him. And he's like strangling a turkey like this. And I thought, I'm going to have to be the one to do it, because I'm in the front of the queue. So I said to him, oi mate, you got to stop wanking, this isn't what they mean by gender fluid.